How we doing, guys? This is DragonTactician from WarringDragons, a new guild in Black Desert Online. We're going to be going over a few things today in a little tutorial about how to get paid like a boss. If you've ever been in a big guild and you've done like node wars and you've earned good money, have a 5 mil a day paycheck with all the guild payouts, it can be quite a lot of money and it does add up over time. But it is a big time commitment. Sometimes you earn more money and you don't get paid what you deserve, and sometimes because of life you haven't got time to devote to everything that they want you to devote to. So this is going to be to show you how to earn yourself 5 mil a day and doing it for yourself. It is a little bit harder with the entry requirements, but because it does require to have a own boat or a frigate, sailboat, inferior sailboat to hunt sea monsters. But if you do have those requirements, we're going to talk about some of the skills learning to hunt sea monsters. Sea monsters have unique drops, which can actually be sold to guild storage managers and guild NPCs, and these items can sell for quite a lot of money. Basically, for normally a minimum requirement, every sea monster you killed will at least give you 12 to 15 million in random drops every single time. So for each one you hunt, you're looking at 10 to 15 million. If you get lucky, each individual sea monster, whether it be the pirate ship, the nine sharks, the Corinium, the Hikarus, they all have a rare chance, which is about 1 to 2% more if you have like item drops or title drops or anything like that helping you out, of dropping a 100 million item. So if you get that drop, 5 mil a day, that's 20 days pay. Just non-stop, every day, 5 mil guaranteed. You don't have to worry about when you're playing, you don't have to worry about when you're rocking up. So as you can see, let's get stuck into it. So when you want to approach the monsters, you want to come up from behind. The method that we're using to kill the sea monsters is ramming tactics. You can have people to shoot a cannon, but a ram will always go faster than an actual cannon shot because cannons take a long time to kill, whereas ramming goes down a lot quicker. You'll see in the top bar that I have the HP shown from the monster, so it's showing actually the damage that's being done. What this is done by is by going to Mongolia into Porat and doing the amity game with the NPCs. Each different NPC has different knowledge that unlocks the HP information of the sea monsters. So it's similar to how you get the boss information, so you can see the HP of the boss monsters, but just the sea monster equivalent. Now, when you're attacking the sea monster, basically as you're going in and out, you want to be able to go in for the ram, and once you ram, there's a high likely chance of the monster's going to do a attack once you've been attacked, which you can see what's going to happen now. He should turn back. Oh no, it's a good one. So basically, after you get a couple of rams in, he'll get mad and he'll go in. Here we go. So that was the third ram and attack in a row. Ideally, that's what you want to get. Ah, oh, here we go, pirate jumping in. Right when you're fighting a sea monster. Okay, so let's just get on the cannon. When it lets me. Yep, here we go. We'll give it a shot. Now, all the parts of my inferior frigate have been made by the shop in Portaheria. Basically, all parts of the boat are the blue accessories that have been handcrafted. The materials for crafting the blue accessories, which are higher than the NPC brought ones, which are the green, are made by using sea monster parts. So hunting them will get you the materials that you need to use in crafting the parts for these boat parts. Now that the boat pirate ship's been sunk, let's move on and let's see if we can find where that Hikaru went. Because the good thing was they weren't attacking both at the same time, so my ship hull didn't take too much damage. So we can see it straight ahead, which is good. So let's see if we can get straight back into it. Okay. So that's when it comes into attack. So normally when you're going in and out of the battle, when you move back, you can actually move back quick enough. You'll actually avoid being damaged. But it requires you to do the ram and then move back quickly enough. So as you can see, I'm using the click to move mouse pattern with the control to actually set the target of the blade to attack the monster. So if you're having trouble lining up the ship manually, don't be afraid to use the mouse movements to left click to select the monsters, because it'll actually help guide you to the hitboxes of the monster. and it also helps you keep track of where the monster is. Now, so far he's at about 50% HP, and the key things that we need to do is try to keep the boat in front or behind him, because as long as we can easily keep track and turn with him, we can keep the constant battle going and engage. The first few times I hunted sea monsters for myself, I was losing about 90% HP of my frigate, and you can just see that now, like, even though the sea monster is at about 50% HP, that I've actually still got quite a bit of HP left on the frigate, and the sea monsters come down to about 30% HP now, and see how I keep on moving back. The second time I didn't take damage on the come down of the sea monster, but the first time I did take the damage. When you see the damage on the ship go flash blue, it means you've taken a hit. Another pirate. I don't know, I'm having so much luck finding pirates today. It looks like I'm a pirate magnet. Okay, so we have to take out this pirate ship again, and that's just 2 in a row. But like I said, these things can happen when you're on the water, and like you can see now, I'm being attacked by the sea monster as well as the pirate at the same time, which is ideally what you want to avoid in those kind of situations. But believe it or not, I have had it worse. I have been attacked by 3 different things at once, which absolutely slaughtered my boat. So now that we've gotten rid of that pirate ship, and the sea monsters also stayed near, so good, we can just re-engage him straight away. Because you have to be careful to avoid the reset of the actual sea monsters, because if you don't attack quickly enough afterwards, and if sometimes they can just disappear and restore all the HP. So we're just going to move back a bit now and try to get this back in behind him, and we'll turn the boat around. So basically you can see when I'm turning the boat around, we're trying to get in the proper position. There are some tricks you can do to help facilitate that, but we'll go into that in another video with boat tricks and little tricks you can do. So we're going to start ramming again, and now we've got him in a position where he's going away. So we're just going to keep on moving and keep on targeting his back. I only got a couple of soft hits there. So starting to move back, we change to match the lineup. Because basically every time he does that attack, he's hitting the boat. If you move back that little bit, it will force him to go away from the boat in a direction that's easy to follow. So every time, after every ram, we're just moving back and we're getting ready to re-engage and reline up. You gotta be ready to move straight away to go back forward. If you hold the S key too long, you'll be actually moving too far back, so you won't be ready to re-engage straight away. You'll have a delay, and he'll move further away, so you'll be out of ram distance. So as soon as he starts to move away from you, and that's when you got to go straight in and go straight for the charge, and just keeping track of where he is. Because see, as soon as he starts moving, I'm already starting the ram, and we're trying to chase up to him. Because if he gets too far away, it's just going to miss the ram, you're going to miss out the damage, you're going to be taking more damage because you want to end the battle as quickly as possible while you got the most amount of health remaining. Because you got to remember, you're out in the sea, you're a man of the sea, or a woman of the sea if you're a woman. So let's try to bring this home now. As you can see, it's getting close to the last couple of hits, and once we get the damage in, he's just going to go belly up. So now we're just going to start the last ram, and this should be able to seal the deal. There it goes. Done. So as you can see, the video's been going for 10 minutes so far. So killing it by yourself, it can be done quicker because we kept on getting interrupted by pirates. But once you get quick enough and you don't have interruptions like pirates or other things attacking you and stuff like that, you can normally do it in anywhere between 4 to 8 minutes. So as you can see, we've got a couple of the Corinium shells, and we've also got some of the Nidans, which are also items that sell quite well. The Nidans are just like a trash item. You normally get like 100 to 250 or up to 350 if you like, according to the forums. You can actually get up to like 100 to 350 each individual one. So once you've done that, you can take those back into town to sell. But what we're going to do here, so to make the most efficient use of time, you normally bring with your ship repairs. And once you've got the ship repairs, Every time you're finished taking out a sea monster, all you have to do is just walk up to your mask and just start repairing a ship. The ship repair tools are sold on the marketplace and they cost about 7,000, 10,000 each. And each repair does 2% recovery to your ship's hull. So you can see as we're going into the inventory, these are the items that we're talking about. The Corinium Shell and the Sea Monster Nidans. The Nidans sell for 100,000 each, where the steel shells are about 400k. So if you get the gold item for the steel shells, there'll be the 100 mil items. Now, what we're going to be doing here, so I'm just going to have to pause the video, or not pause the video, I'm just going to speed up the playback, so you can see that it will take a while. Basically, every ship repair tool takes 10 seconds, and what I've done is I've made a macro with my lovely crosshair keyboard and mouse, so every 10 to 12 seconds, it will automatically use the auto repair function, and it will keep on repairing the boat up. So once the boat's repaired, you can keep on going. Each time you come out, you'd roughly want to hunt between 2 to 3 monsters depending on your weight capacity. Because these items are guild items, they can't be put into your boat storage or into any storage marketplace maids or anything like that. So you have to have a bit of weight to be able to hold more items. If you come with more people, you can actually keep on hunting sea monsters and have people repairing your ship for you while you're finding the next one and moving on to the next target. But it isn't critical, and if you're looking at just to pay yourself 5 mil a day, then you're definitely going to be doing it yourself. So it's good to have the macro so you can actually be doing other things while your ship's being repaired for you. Because each one of my macros runs about 20 to 30 times. Okay, so sorry about the video quality for the fast forward part. So basically, every time you use a ship repair, 2% gets repaired. You can do probably about 5 to 6 every minute. If you're not lagging too much, you probably do 6 a minute, so you're looking at 12% each time, but most times you're normally getting 5. So every minute you're looking at 10%, 5 minutes you repair 50%, and 10 minutes you actually repair the full ship from like being almost sunk. So it's just a matter of the more people you have, the quicker you can repair it. If not, the longer it will take for you to do it by yourself. But once you've been repaired, you can go up and keep on hunting. So we'll look at the repair tools here from the market made. You can see here the ship repair material and the emergency ship repair material. The emergency ship repair material does come in handy, but it's very limited. The durability that it restores is only 0.4%, but its speed at being used as 1 second. So if you've used the standard ship repair tool, you're looking at 12 seconds, 10 seconds, depending on your lag and connection. And compared to the almost instantaneous 1 second for the emergency repair tool, but that only does 0.4% and it is quite expensive, 40,000 a pop. So unfortunately, some of the cheaper ones weren't able to be brought, so I just bought one of those ones instead. So now that we have those, we have a few more. So basically, I'm going to be returning to Port Rat so I can actually sell the Corinium monsters. But you can see in the sea on the right there where I just circled that we have a Corinium there as well. I'll start the fight process once again and see if we can pick up one more, making me even more fatter than I am, which isn't really a good thing. But so basically, what's going to happen, right? If you hunt to the extreme limits of your weight capacity, if something happens, like your ship gets sunk or someone comes up and actually destroys your ship, those kind of things, if you're at max weight, you cannot get away. You can't swim at all. You're just crawling along the surface, and yeah, it's just really bad. So if you're in those kind of situations where you need to get back quickly, always keep traveler's maps on your inventory, so that way if you do get sunk in the sea and you're at max weight, try to use a traveler's map to take you to the closest town. When you're in the Magnolia area, oh my god, how many pirates are gonna come chase me now? Okay, you can already see what I mean about the weight, because now that I'm at max weight, I'm even walking around the ship slower. So if I was any slower than that, you can imagine me take like a couple of minutes to get from your mast of the ship, so your steering, your helm, your ship, your steering wheel, to the actual cannons. So the cannons I'm using are the blue cannons from Portaferia, and they're actually being upgraded to +6. Normally, when you're upgrading your ship parts, you normally do 1 to 5 just by YOLOing it and just spamming the enchants. But once you get to +5 and you want to go to +6, it's good to use a fail stack of 15 to 20. Some people can go to 25s if you want to, but once you go past +5, towards 6, 7, and 8, like there is a chance of it degrading if it doesn't go well. So let's continue on here. As soon as I can get off the cannon, you can see me trying to get to the ship. Okay, so we're going to need to do a little bit of reverse. So I'm going to try doing the 180 flip. Let's see. Can it be done? Look at that. It's 180. That's like magic. Okay. Before you start running to the mods and emailing, like there's a just saying that I'm using hacks, that's actually a boat trick. So we're going to be covering more of those in the videos later on, but you can see how it did a 180 turn and it allowed me to actually get back onto target so I can keep engaging with the sea monster. It's similar to the trick with horses because there's tricks like camera lock turning, there's also like the 180 flip, there's also quick starts, quick stops, and ways to really speed your excel. If you get lucky when you're fighting sea monsters, sometimes you can get them going in a straight line and you can constantly ram them 3 to 5 times. If you get those kind of situations, it's really ideal because it actually helps you to get the maximum amount of damage while taking the least amount of damage, so it works quite well. So as we continue the ram tactics here, we're going to keep on going forward to it. So you can see how I've gone back and then straight into the ram chasing after it. Let's see how many rams I can get in. Okay, see how he's gone for the dive, so he's doing a U-turn coming up at me. You want to start moving back, see if the ship flashes blue. Nah, completely missed. I didn't take any damage that time. And that's the key point. Like, sometimes you can't help it because your boat will be in animations like being rocked by the waves or from the ramming. But if you do it right and you get lucky, like you can just pull off and take no damage. So we're doing this sea monster in clear weather, and I've done it at night in when it's raining, and sometimes you have no idea where you're looking or where you're going. You can't even see the sea monster in the water. So you got to try to use your radar and keep on going for the red target and stay as close as you can. So this time I think I'm going to take a little bit of damage. No, he's going up. No, he went on, so that's good. We avoided the damage. So we use Power Excel to try to get closer, then try to go to Ram, but now he's turning around. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to try to move back. He's going to come up for the air. And he's going back down. Okay. So these are the things that make it take a little bit longer, like when you can't get locked on precisely. Like if you're not maintaining the right set of distance and the right moves, or by moving back then engaging, moving back then forward and get ready to engage, those kind of things make it go quicker. But if you have to keep on constantly reposition yourself, re-getting in line, it will take a lot longer. Your first few times it will be like that. It will take a little bit of effort, but once you get used to it, you'll keep on taking less and less damage, and your speed and efficiency of the sea monster hunting will go up quite a bit. So I'm waiting for him to come across the line. I'm trying to draw him in to do an attack on me, so that way I can get ready for the ram. So now that he's in the water, I'm already starting to move forward, and now he's going to push out in front of you. So we're just going to change the angle and try to see which way he's going. Now we see which way he's going. It's going to be straight into the ram, gaining on him. If he's too far away, you won't get any damage to the ram. So you can see he missed the ram there. No damage was done to him. Okay, so that's what you want to try to avoid. So now he's done up. He's taken a hit. We've taken some damage. So we reposition ourselves and going straight back in for it. So that was a good one. We're going to get some damage in on him here. There we go. So when you're staying engaged like this and close, it's just a matter of back and forth, back and forth. There's some more experienced players that you can see on videos on YouTube as well, that they can do it and take even less damage. Like I've seen videos of Koreans taking like 10% damage and hunting like even harder sea monsters like Nine Sharks and being able to pull it off brilliantly. So I'm not the best of the best, but it's just trying to help you there to get a bit more money and earn a bit more profit. so you can get those items that you want or have a bit more money to spend. So as you can see, it does help to have like a good sailboat or a frigate. A frigate has a better performance, better tanking, and a bit more speed. But a sailboat can still do it, especially if you've enchanted your gear and you have sailors and things like that. On this sailboat, it can actually be quite comparable to a frigate. And that's just because at the moment there's no sailors you can hire for the frigates. And I still haven't seen any sailboat skins or frigate skins come into the game. Like they've got the capability there to do it, but they just haven't released them yet. So as we keep on engaging, as you can see, it's like this back and forth. And it's a good thing that we've got the knowledge for the sea monster so we can see how much damage we're doing. If you don't have the knowledge, it can be a bit trickier because you don't know how effective you are. Once you have the HP bars of the monsters up, you can actually see how effective it is. And it helps you to focus on the good things and try to avoid the things that aren't doing the most damage. So as you can see, I'm not using a lot of the control and clicking. I'm just putting the boat in the right places, and I'm always aiming for either the center body, like in a first-person shooter, or the head, and you just want to keep on aiming at those targets. This is also a good approach. We got one ram in, there's a second ram, and the sea monster has pulled Houdini. Where did he go? I still can see his HP bar, but I'm not sure where he is. Okay, we've got another pirate ship on the left. Okay, looks like the cranium's disappeared. Okay, so if this can happen, uh, so all we have to do is try to find it and find out where it is and hope it didn't restore its HP fully. If it does, we'll probably end up going back to Port Rat. I wasn't sure if I could hold all the items anyway. That'd probably be too fat. So another pirate ship there. We've got two. Oh, there's a bit of movement. We'll head over to the left side there. I thought I saw a white dot. Ah, we got shinies. Okay, so we'll give up on this one. We'll just head back to Port Rat. But let's have a look at that shiny. I don't want to get into a bit of a fight because you can see the HP is at about 40% at the moment. So I've got enough to get me back, but I don't want to be getting ringed by anything. So I'll see if I can just ninja that lovely little shiny. So basically, in between the sea from Etheria to Port Rat, you will see these little boxes. They have shiny emblems above them, so that means that there's a trade item available inside the actual floating, I guess boxes or crates is what you'd call them, is what they are. And if you go up to them with a silver key, it can give you random trade items. There'll be different ranks. There's 50,000, 250,000, 500, and 1 million being the best. And if you actually take them from here all the way to like Valencia, you can actually get quite a decent amount from turning in, but it does take a bit of weight. So here we go, and you can see that the pirate ships aren't too close, so I'm not taking damage. Okay, yep, we'll use the silver key and get it. Okay, no, I'm fat. Won't let me get it because I'm too fat. Okay, so you can see at the percentage that I have that my swimming is slower. And can you imagine if I was at 160 or 180%? It would be absolutely shocking. Okay, so we'll get back on the ship and we'll get ready to head back to town. And I'll do the fast forward again so we can just speed it up a bit and save us a bit of time that way. So here we go. Get back on the mask and let's do this one again. Okay, so before we do the fast forward a bit, we'll talk about some of the things that are going to help you out on the sea. Now, you can see in the top right hand corner we've got the minimap display. Now, what it is set to at the moment is to lock the minimap rotation. So basically, when I'm questing and I'm looking for monsters, I like to have that switched off so I can actually turn the minimap to face where I'm looking, so I got a better sense of direction. However, this creates a really bad feature because you can see with the rotation locked on, you can see which way I'm going. So when I'm going to that northwest, I'm heading straight to Port Rat. It's just like going straight up in that direction. You got north, south, east, and west. So when I look for the map rotation, no, not coming up in the search settings. So let me look around for this setting. I just gotta find out whereabouts it is. So I'll just keep on going through. So yeah, basically when it's set to locked how it is now, you can actually have a good sense of where you're going, north, south, east, west. So when I'm going this way, I'm heading straight towards Pat Rat, and I know I'm on track. So as long as I keep on going in that north west direction, I know I'll keep on going all the way through to sea. I won't get lost. I won't need a compass, anything like that. So when I can find a setting, wherever it's hidden somewhere, the new menus are really pretty, but it's just a matter of finding where it is. Let's have a look here. I think we got it. There we go. There we go. So it's switched to off. Now we turn it on. Now we'll apply that. Okay, so now basically on the previous map, you knew I was going northwest. But now, when I turn around, you can see the camera staying with me. So I got no idea which way I'm going. Anytime I use this method out in the sea, I easily get lost. I'll go around in circles, and you're just going blindly around. It's really hard to keep track of. So on that kind of mode, you will need a compass. But watch, even though I've turned and I think I'm going the wrong way now, I'll go back into the settings and I'll turn it off again. Here we go, apply that. Okay, so now it's locked and I've got a sense of direction where I'm going. So now I just adjusted my angle and I know I'm going back towards Port Rat. And that's ideally what you want when you're out in the sea. So just remember to check for those settings so it prevents you getting lost, because when you're going to the northwest like that, you're going straight to Port Rat. When you're going to the southeast, you're going straight back to Portaferia and like Pirate Island. So following those two main directions, you'll be fine. As you can see by the P menu, we've got the sailing menus like Breezy Sails. You get this by leveling up your sailing. There's also Quick Retreat, which would also help quite a bit when you're fighting sea monsters alone because it helps you to move back quicker and re-engage. There's also RAM, which is when using with the Q, and Power Excel. Power Excel is good to get initial bit of speed, like I'm doing here. So that's just using forward and space, and that just helps you to get off quickly. So it's good when you're trying to get away or the sea monster moves further away than you expected. So you can go from Power Excel into a RAM, or you can go from a RAM into a Power Excel. So it's just a matter of using the skills in the most effective way that's going to help you. I'm only a level away from Breezy Sail, and once I get the Breezy Sail, it will be quite a lot faster going to and from places on it and sea because you'll have that constant speed boost. So we'll start fast forwarding the video now and move on to Port Rat. Okay guys, so just give me a second here. Okay, so as we're fast forwarding through here, uh, the amount of time that it's taken to go from where we are to Port Rat was 15 minutes and 50 seconds of video playback. So we've increased the speed just to make it 45 seconds instead. So as you can see, you want to get the most while you're out there because traveling to and from Port Rat is one of the most lengthy times. Not to mention repairing the ship, but repairing the ship is not as bad as the 12 time to and from Port Rat to where the sea monsters are and they're easy to hunt. So what you ideally want to do is each time you go out, you want to hunt 2 to 3 sea monsters, and that's why using the ship repair tools or having someone there to help you repair is actually quite effective. So here we back our Port Rat. So we'll jump off over the ship here, and we'll have a look at selling the items that we have here. Okay, so let's see. I'm so fat that I can't jump. Like the old movie, White Man Can't Jump. So it even applies to digital games. So here we go. We have to go back up and around. So there we go. There's the guild manager over there as well. So he should have a guild shop. And that's the Wharf Manager. That's going to be the wrong NPC. But as you can see, we'll get the ship repaired. And we look at the different items that we have here, such as cannonballs and the breezy crystals to use to restore stamina of the boat. So we're just going to slowly swim across all the way to the other side to the guild manager. And we'll do it underwater just because I got the shark costume. So we got to get a bit of use out of that. And as you can see, I love my head as a new lovely little fairy from the fairy event that just happened recently. So we'll head up to the shore. As we come along, we'll head to the wharf manager. Now the wharf manager here also has a good sailing daily. You need to talk to her twice, first to accept the quest and the second to get the trade item. So it's recommended that you do whichever one you feel comfortable with, but I do believe the most experience of all the quests that she has is to the Valencia area. It will give the most sailing experience. As you can see, she's got the two little information boxes from the enemy game, and that was giving me various knowledge for sea monsters. So we just go into the guild shop. You can see that I've got 28 million there. So that's from just the previous quick hunt. So we'll go to the guild shop and we'll sell the items. So you saw in the video we hunted 2 monsters and just selling all the items. So I was able to earn another almost 40 million off those sea monsters that we hunted there. So that's put the guild funds quite up there. So we'll head back, just get the ship repaired and get ready for the next voyage out. But we won't cover too much on that. I just want to do a brief tutorial to see how it's done and how much money that was earned from it. So the whole length I was out there for, I probably spent about an hour, with the majority of the time being traveling to Port Rat and from Port Rat. And the rest of the time was probably repairing the boat. As for the battles against the sea monsters, they were all about 4 to 8 minutes, depending on if I was messing up or if I was making mistakes or if I was doing it correctly. And that was able to get me a lovely 40 million off those 2 fights. And just so you know, I'm not making it up, at the end of the video I'll post a couple of pictures of the Corradium shells and my current guild funds that I've put into the warehouse from sea monster hunting by myself. And that should give you a better idea of how you can get it. It will take a bit of time to level up and get the max pay for yourself once you create your own guild, but using this you will be able to earn quite a sizable income. If you got some friends and you team up and do it together, you can actually do like guild payouts on top of your 5 mil a day, and it can be quite a good paycheck. Okay, so here's the picture, guys. So I'll upload those here and just extend time a bit. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you liked it, and expect to see another video in the next few days, hopefully, of some boat tricks about doing the flips and camera lock turning. I'm not too good at camera lock turning, but there is a video of a person doing it on YouTube as well for a rowboat, so I'll link that too in the video. Okay, so have a good time, pleasure hunting, and hopefully see you out in the sea. Catch us. Bye.